Ciao tutti, everybody. Chef Frankie D here for another episode of that new hit series, the Investigative Gourmet. So as you can see, Chef Frankie D is in his summer attire today. The weather's breaking, it's warming up, and the summer always reminds me of when I was a kid with my grandmother. She liked to make salads. She said it was light. You got to eat light in the summer. And then she brought out the macaroni, but that's a whole nother story. We used to watch the baseball games. You remember with the antenna in the TV? Oh, maybe I'm going back. Black and white TV. Well, that's a whole nother story. Yankee fan here, but don't get me started. Okay, back to this salad. So we're going to make a little salad today for this summer. This can be an appetizer or a main dish. It's all vegan, and you're going to enjoy it. We're making eggplant, fried eggplant. I call it the Eggplant Tower. Fried eggplant, mozzarella, tomato, balsamic vinegar, basil. Simple. Everybody's going to love this recipe. Let me give you the ingredients, and then we're going to get right to it. Eggplant. These are a little small today. That's what we got in the market. We're going to make the best of it, though. Remember, when you buy an eggplant, you always want to buy an innie, like a belly button. Why? Because that means it's female and they're sweeter. Okay. Eggplants. Nice tomatoes. Breadcrumb. Red onion. Eggs. Mozzarella. Parmesan cheese. A little flour. Your balsamic vinegar. And of course, Chef Frankie likes a little wine or a little whiskey with dinner. That's a nice Sauvignon. Okay, now you know what we need to make this. We'll be right back. We'll get right to this, and we'll knock this dish right out. Okay, here we go. Eggplant, right? Chef Frankie always washes his fruits and vegetables. Okay, now what we're going to do. Sometimes when you make eggplant, people, when they fry them or however they make them, they leave the skin. I'm not a big fan of the skin, so it's optional. To me, it's a little bitter. So what I do, just take it, peel it, right? Boom, boom. Look how easy. Let's peel the eggplant. No big deal. Okay, we're back. So we're going to cut these eggplant. What do I always say, right? We work with sharp knives. We work with good knives, but sharp knives. Okay, let's cut the eggplant. You could cut it this way, but these are small, so we're not going to do that. So we're going to cut them long ways. Right down the middle like that. 1, 2. Now, you don't want to cut them too thick, but you want to cut them long. Nice and easy. Now you want to be careful here on the end. That's why we use a sharp knife. Okay. This, garbage. We're not going to use that. I know I wasted a little food there, but I'm not chopping it up with anything, and I can't cut it anymore, and I'm not going to cut myself. So forgive me. Okay, so we got our breadcrumb, right? A little fresh parsley, a little paprika. This is the way I like to do it. All right? Nice pepper. My pepper machine, I gotta put the batteries in it. It broke. I like that one. Garlic powder and salt. Remember what I always say, easy on the salt. We can always add. Okay. And the cheese. Parmesan cheese. Very important. Garlic and cheese. Unbelievable. Okay. Cut this. Hang on, let me taste it, make sure everything's alright. Everything's good. Put a little cheese in here, right? Nice. Now, mix this up. This is how we're going to dredge it. All right, what's next? The flour. With the flour, what we're going to do, put a little pepper in it. Move it around. This is going to be a simple dredge. No big deal. Not rocket scientist. Eggs. This is the egg wash. Let me show you a little trick. Never break the egg here. What happens is when you do that, the eggshell goes in. We break it over there. See what I mean? Bada bing, bada boom. That's how I do it. If I want to get fancy, you know, I could do it one hand. You know, let's see what I do. Uh-oh. And I got the eggshell. But we're going to fix that. Boom. So on live TV, the Investigative Gourmet made an error. It happens to all of us. All right. We got our egg wash. A little pepper. Back with the garlic powder. A little more salt in the egg. A little of the paprika. All right, let me get my whisk. We're gonna beat these eggs. We're gonna beat them to death. If I can find them. Hang on. Oh, there we go. This is my favorite one. I call it the shorty. Let's give this a nice beat. Look at a nice color on those eggs. Look at that. I like when the eggs come out orange, though. Remind me of the farm. Chef Frankie, not gonna fool you. The investigative gourmet that I am, I've had the eggs from the farm, but being from Brooklyn, we don't have a lot of farm eggs there. We gotta buy them. Okay. Now, what do? We get a glove. We got the gloves. I love using the gloves because it's just so much cleaner. And I know I'm a little kooky. I still wash the gloves. These things, you don't know where they come from, what factory, whatever. So we give them a little rinse. Okay. This one I don't like. Here we go. So we're going to dredge it lightly in the flour. Then we go to the egg. Make sure you... What I do is I let that sit for a minute, right? Let's go here again. Because sometimes it has to suck up the egg. So you want that to happen, okay? Let's take this, right? Let's push down. You see the way I do that? Push down. Don't be afraid. Push, right? Get both. We want all four. We want breadcrumbs on all four sides. So don't be afraid of it. Okay. One. I'm going to do one more. See how this was? We let it soak up. Boom. Throw it on there. Don't be afraid. You don't want to see any white. You want to see any flour. Okay. Okay. So now they're dredged, flour, egg, breadcrumb. We're not done though, but I'm going to finish these up and then I'll be right back and we're going to fry them. So the oil's hot. How do we check? Take a little breadcrumb. You see it bubbling? That means we're ready to go. Now listen, be real careful with this stuff. The oil's hot. You don't want to get burnt. So we take it, just put it in the pan nice. Look at that. Perfect temperature. Remember, sometimes it cools a little bit because you're putting something cold in, right? Okay, so we got 3 pieces in here. Very nice. Okay, so you see the eggplant, right? Let's turn them. We want them crisp. Look at that. All right, these are almost done, right? You want them crisp, but not burnt. Lower the heat a little. Oh. Okay. So they're cooking up nice. Okay, as you can see, they're done nice. Let's take them off. Be careful. Just put them on a paper towel for a minute. They're supposed to be soft. They are. Okay. A little salt on these. Okay. Now what? We got the tomatoes. Now we're going to cut an onion. The way you cut these onions, the red onion, right? Take the top. You want to peel this first layer of skin. See that? Okay. We're not even there. Okay. That's this skin here. You don't want to use that. I know sometimes you're tempted, but no. So let's trim it all the way around. Let's be careful. Okay. Again, just peel it all the way around. A little bit of a pain, but it's well worth it. Because this is tough. Beautiful. That's what we want. We're going to cut that right there. Let's get rid of that. Because we're going to use most of this onion anyway. Throw this in the sink. Here we go. Okay. Take the onion. Nice slice. Start on this one. Not too thick. Nice slice. See that? Okay. We're going to get our plate. Let's take our eggplant. Right? 1 eggplant. We're going to take some nice mozzarella. Put it right on the middle like that. Take a nice onion right on the middle. A nice tomato. Forgive my hands, they're clean. Eggplant. You can go 1 if you want. Onion. Tomato. Look at this, huh? Mozzarella. Okay, let's move this. So that's our little tower. What we're going to do is get a little glaze. Put it on. Look at that. A little parsley. Fresh parsley. A little basil. And that's my trick. The Investigative Gourmet. Look at that. That's the Eggplant Tower. It's going to be delicious. Okay, let's get into this. Yeah, I like a little Olive oil on top too. Can't go wrong, right? Oh man. Delicious. Really tasty. So that's it, the Eggplant Tower for this summer, like Grandma used to make. Thanks for watching the show. Remember, we have our shirts, our hats. The aprons are coming. That's why you don't see the Investigative Gourmet with one. They're on their way. Special order. Custom made. If you like the show, give us the thumbs up. Give us the like. Give us the subscribe. We'll be back next week for another episode of the hottest show on YouTube, The Investigative Gourmet. We'll catch you later.